is on my mind.
Well, hello everybody, my name's Ritchie. I'm a steel sculptor from Ashford in Kent. The graphic you're looking at the moment is how I feel. I've had a head cold last week. I worked through it and snotted all over the work and made a complete fool of myself. And I was at a really bad place with this sculpture. It was getting heavy. It was getting a bit dull for me. There was a lot of sort of background work where I could work for at least 2 weeks and couldn't see where I'd been and what I'd been up to. I've done a short video already of me starting this project, and I was kind of wishing it along and wishing it to be finished, which you should never do that because that's wishing your life away. And I don't believe in that sort of thing. Got to love every moment. So I wasn't loving every moment right up to probably this week actually. So I've had 3 weeks of just grinds, just absolute, and not feeling very well. And of course the weather's turned very cold and everybody seems to have a coronavirus. It's just been pants, isn't it? So turned a corner with this, started trying to make it look like bits of newspaper. A lot of work going on here though. It really has been a time squasher, this one. And then of course started the last newspaper. And this is how it starts really, with a couple of big forms, a couple of big bits of steel, and me cutting out big chunks and doing lots of tacking. I tack until I'm happy before I start doing final welding. I might have approached, like everything you do, you learn all the time, might approach this a little bit different. I've also just by the by, I've packed up smoking. I've been a smoker for over 40 years and I decided back in November time, didn't want to shout too loud in case I crept back to it, but I've packed up smoking and it's made me feel very bizarre. I've been a smoker longer than I wasn't, and I shall recommend this to everybody. Give up smoking. It's wasting your money and it makes you feel very unhealthy. Although it didn't stop me from having a head cold, it has made me feel a lot better. So anyway, back to it. What I did discover though about this sculpture was quite like the inside of it, quite like what's going on there. And there were some photographic views of this. I thought, oh, maybe I've tripped on something. Yeah, I quite like the inside, and in a different sculpture I might work on something similar to that. It has a strange feel about it. It made me feel very comfortable. But anyway, that's what it looks like on the outside. And what I've decided for the edge of the newspaper, originally I was just going to do grind lines, but I didn't think I was going to get enough depth and stuff on it, and yeah, make it graphic enough. So I've resorted back to just welding it up. You know, it was just, yeah, the way I had to go really. Anyway, went to John Newman's house, which you might have seen on the other video, and I've been using his welder. I only just realised it only takes the little reels, so I really shouldn't have bought his welder. He nearly made me bankrupt buying all this stuff, but nice fella, very nice fella. And something else I did, I found his Doody glasses. I didn't know I had them now. These were the glasses that he obviously rode his motorbikes on. They're proper motorbike, what I call Doodies. So shaded glasses with bits of foam around them so they don't let the air in. And almost like swimming goggles, you know. So there you are. I've got the cool dude, John Newman's Doody glasses for when he's riding motorbikes. How cool's that? Anyway, back to the job. I was starting to lose faith in this. I must be honest. I was losing the plot a little bit. But like every job, once I started making it start look like newspaper print, and doing a bit of printing and getting my time-lapse machines going. Keeping in mind, it's about 40 minutes every one of these little short films of me. Every time I move the camera, there's a sort of 40 minutes on each film. So yeah, I was banging the old hours in. It got to the point where you can do 4 hours without noticing where the time's gone. You know, I've never really been a clock watcher anyway, but yes, where you just look up and think, oh, I ought to get myself a drink. I've done 4 or 5 hours. And that's where I am again. The time's slipping away from me. And it's dark before I know it, even though the days are starting to get a little bit longer. Yeehaw. Summer's not here yet, or spring, but yeah, it's definitely turning a corner already, thank goodness. So, look forward to the next stage. But I've left a little bit of blank on here because we might actually use this as a bit of a notice board. I'll leave a newspaper free down the other end, and so I'm going to got 2 more days on this one, I think. Once I finish a little bit more tidying up, a little bit more writing, a little bit more strengthening up on the inside, I'm going to push this one aside and wait for the customer to come out and have a little nose at it and make sure there aren't any anomalies and things that I can't put right, and get on with the next one. So early next week I shall be getting on with the final sculpture. Now I know I've got to have at least a week's worth of making hanging devices and all the rest of it, but the actual artistic bit of it, the creative bit, the actual sculpting itself will be done. So the last sculpture I've got to do is probably going to be the most long-winded one. Left the hardest thing till last, like you do. And so hopefully the next video will be, I'll do a quick summary of where I am so far with all the 4 sculptures, all the 3 sculptures I've done so far, and show you what I've got to do on the 4th one. So look, thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell if you like what you've seen. And thank you for all the subscribers. I shall see you out with a song called Hard to Find by a band that I used to be in called Faker. And this was recorded back in 1999 in a little studio outside Canterbury in Kent. So have a nice time everybody, stay safe, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.
Grab my fingers, take my feelings, take my people from me. I will not face you here. I grab my hands, grab my wisdom, grab my speeches, take all my teachers, selfish hands.